Good morning, student. I will continue from the previous video where I have left to discuss the principle of potentiometer. Though we have discussed it in detail, the method to compare EMF of two cells. Potentiometer works on the principle that when a constant current flows through a wire of uniform cross section and uniform material, the fall in potential is proportional to length. This is the principle. Fall in potential is proportional to length. Already we have discussed comparing EMF. In this class, I will discuss, student, how to calculate internal resistance of a cell using potentiometer. How this internal resistance of cell comes into play, student? Do you remember it? Inside the cell, there is a liquid, student, electrolyte, and as the ions are crossing inside this cell, it collides with the electrolyte. That offers a resistance, and that is internal resistance. So generally, this cell is shown by a small resistance like this, and this is inside, student. You cannot see this part. We can see only this part, student. This is internal resistance, student. Now suppose current is flowing in this direction, student. Say current I is flowing, student. I am following Kirchhoff path this way. Okay. First I am encountering a resistor internal. This is internal resistance. This is internal resistance, student. Okay. First, this is as I am following the Kirchhoff loop rule. First there is a drop, minus I will take. Then that cell comes, plus. Then this is a value R, student, minus IR. This is 0, student. Okay, student. Now this E becomes equal to IR plus. As you know, student, this is potential difference across this resistor. So what I am getting is this plus. So how much is V? So remember, student, always actually we are able to measure this V, because this is inside the cell, we cannot see it. Then how to measure this E? So as already we have seen potentiometer, by making this current 0, this V becomes equal to E. So we have designed a method, okay, to make the current 0, and that is why potentiometer is a very accurate instrument, accurate and precise over the voltmeter. So by some arrangement we are making this current 0, and this V which we are getting, it is actually we are getting E, student. Now student, from here I will get the formula of internal resistance also. See, student, if I find value of IR, it will become E minus V upon I. This I can be written as E minus V upon V by R. So ultimately, student, the formula for internal resistance becomes R is equal to E by V minus 1 into. This formula you have to remember, student, before we start doing the practical of internal resistance. This I am writing it here, student. R is equal to E upon V minus 1 into. Okay, student. Now I will draw the circuit using potentiometer, by the help of which we can measure internal resistance of the cell. Basic potentiometer wire I will draw by a single wire, student. Here the main auxiliary battery will be there, a key will be there, then a rheostat, and this is student. Now here the next part of the circuit comes. One cell EMF whose internal resistance I want to measure. Here, student, one more resistance I will connect, and here there is a one key, student. Here I have a resistance box. I have already explained you, for the safety of the galvanometer this is used, and here there is a galvanometer. Okay student, now the method. This key is always on, a constant current is flowing across this potentiometer wire student. This key is off. First, K1 off. Means now this is not included in the circuit. Now the current is flowing. Again student, I will try to touch at different points and try to find the null point student. Say here I am getting Ig is equal to 0. So what is happening student? The potential here is same potential here. This first is in the starting I will use this and then I will put it back. Okay, after that there is no use. So now this key is off student. So we have already seen this length L1. It balances the EMF of the cell student. I will measure this length. So I will get E is equal to K L4. Okay student. Now what to do is in the second step I will make this key on. And again I will try to find a null point student. Now suppose student I will get null point somewhere say here. This length is L2 student. Now student remember, current in this part is 0. This part at null point. But in this circuit there is a current now. In this circuit there is a current now. This means now this length is balancing the potential difference across this point or across this point. Same potential there. Okay student. First time when this key was off, this was balancing the EMF. But now since the current is flowing here in this say I2 in this circuit also, so it is balancing the potential difference student across this. So now the next length which you will get, that will be proportional to the potential difference student. This is one equation, this is second. Now if I solve it student, I will get L1 upon L2. Just now student I have derived the formula of small resistance. This R student, this R is of this R which I have taken. In experiment generally the resistance box is taken of small value. And we can choose some small value of resistance. Okay. So this R is there in the formula. Now student, if I substitute here, I will get internal resistance as L1 upon L2 minus 1 into R. One more thing student remember, L1 will be always greater than L2 because L1 is balancing the EMF of the cell student and L2 is balancing the potential difference. And if you remember the basic equation, V is always less than E student. E has a larger force. V does not have that much force. That is why balancing length is less student. So this is student the method to find out the internal resistance of the cell using potentiometer. Directly as you saw you cannot find out. By this experiment it can be determined very easily. Again I am repeating the method student. First make this circuit, make this key off. Now one more thing student, very important precaution for potentiometer experiment. In the starting itself you must see you must touch this jockey at one here and second time here, somewhere here. And galvanometer must show opposite deflection. Sometimes what happens is you touch the jockey anywhere and galvanometer is showing deflection only in one direction. What that will mean? That will mean either this cell is not working or there is some connection loose, or another thing may happen that the EMF of this cell may be less than the EMF of this cell to be measured. So first you should check it student before starting the experiment, and then only you should start the experiment. And the connections should be very neat and clean because sometimes the oxides are also deposited, they add to the resistance of it. Now student I will explain the same method by the help of a numerical student. So student, what is a potentiometer? You must have understood. It is a device which can measure the potential difference between any 2 points of the electrical circuit, and how you can generate the potential difference of our choice student by the help of this method student. Now I'll take you very simple numerical, student, to make you understand how to find out internal resistance. Internal resistance. See, student, this is the potentiometer wire. Okay, student, this length I am taking 1 meter. Okay, student, 1 meter I am taking. This is the main battery, auxiliary battery or driving battery, key, rheostat. Now here is the circuit for internal resistance. Here the resistance box I am not showing, student. This I am taking, it is of 2 ohm. This is internal resistance. This is okay, student. This is 10 volt. So this is at 10. This is 10. This is 10. Now suppose, student, I am getting a null point somewhere here, and this is 0.5 meter. This key is off, student. K1 is off. I am getting null point here. What it means, student? The potential difference across this is balancing the EMF of this cell. Now I have taken 10 volt, student. Potential drop, and the length is 1 meter. So 1 meter potential drop is 10. 0.5 meter, how much is the potential, student? So remember, this means, student, the potential difference between point this and this is 5 volt. Okay, student. Now since this is at 10 and potential difference is 5, this means this is at potential 5. Remember, student, I have explained you, always the potential is not same as potential difference. In this case it is coming out to be same. I have shown you in the previous example. So this is at 5 and the current is becoming 0, student. So this is at 5 volt, means this is also at 5, student. See, this key is off already. Okay, student. Now since the current is 0 here no current, null deflection. This is 5, means this is also at 5 volt, student. And this is 10 volt, this is 5. This means the EMF of this cell is 5 volt. So it is a numerical, student, where I have found out the unknown EMF 5 volt, student. Now you see, student, how I will find the internal resistance. Now I will make this key on. And again I will find a null point. And now suppose this null point is at 0.4 meter, student. Okay, again the current is 0, student. I am drawing the figure again to okay, student. Now this is the potentiometer wire, student. This is I got null point now here, student, 0.4 meter. What this 0.4 meter means, student? Remember, now this is on. Now there is a current in this circuit. Say that current I am taking it to be I1. Here current is 0. Here in this I am taking current I2. Suppose, just assuming it. Now, student, what is the meaning of this 0.4 meter? 1 meter voltage drop of 10 is taking place. So 0.4 meter, how much is the voltage drop, student? 4 volt. Now remember, this point I am naming it as D. VAD is 4. This means, student, Potential difference is 4. This means this point is at 6 volt. This you have to understand, student. Potential difference is 4. So this is at 6. If current is 0, this 6 means here, student, this point it is at 6. Okay, student, this is at 6. Now this EMF already you have calculated. Internal resistance R, okay. This EMF already I have calculated, student, 5. Here it is 10. This means this point must, according to this question, this must be at 5 volt. Now student, see, here there is a 6, here 5, means current is flowing in this direction. So how much is this current is I1, how much is this current through this small r? I1 is how much, student? V by R. V is 6 minus 5 upon R. Okay, student. Now I will calculate I2, student. Here it is 10, this key is on, this is 6, this is 6. So how much is current I2, student? 10 minus 6 upon V upon R formula. But student, you can see I1 is equal to I2 because here there is no current. Equate this to equation, student. You will get, student, R is equal to 0.5 ohms. See, student, how I have calculated the internal resistance of the cell using the potentiometer experiment, student. So first what I have done, this key was off and I found a null point. Then this key was on, again I found a null point. In the first case it was EMF was balanced, in the second case potential difference was balanced, and I solved this equation. Got it, student? Now I will solve some more numericals, student, to make the concept of potentiometer very easy. Suppose, student, again I have a potentiometer wire of length 1 meter. Here I have connected a battery of 10 volt. Okay, student. Now here, student, I have connected a cell whose EMF is 30 volt. Here galvanometer and here jockey. Now see, student, what will happen? This is 10, means this is at 10 volt. Same connection, this is at 10 volt. Now this is at 10 and this is at 30, student. And this is at positive potential, this is at higher potential. So how much is the potential here, student? See it. It should be minus 20. You find the difference, you will get 30. This means in order to get null point, I should have the potential of this point minus 20 along this wire, student. And if you go throughout this wire, minus 20 not possible. This means null point cannot be obtained, student. Null point not possible. So this is one of the very important question of potentiometer, student. The cell whose EMF has to be measured, it should be less than the EMF of the auxiliary battery or the driving battery or the driving cell. Here it is greater, student. So null point will not be obtained. Got it, student? Now, student, another numerical. Suppose I connect here a cell of EMF 7 volt. And I have to find out null point, student. Now we can see, student, the circuit analysis. 10 volt, this is 10, this is 10. But remember, student, this is at minus is at 10 volt. So positive must be at higher potential So how much should be the voltage here, student? It should be 17 volt. 17 minus 10, 7 volt. This means in order to get null point, student, in order to get null point, I should have voltage of 17 volt on this line, and in this line across total, student, the 17 is not possible. Now see, student, what is the conclusion? Here I have connected negative of the battery of the cell to the positive, and as already I have seen in the comparing balancing method, positive must be connected together, student. So it is not possible. So this is another conclusion. Positive terminals must be connected together or connected at one point. Otherwise you will not get the null point. So two conditions you have to remember, student. One, the EMF of the cell to be measured should not be greater than the EMF of the auxiliary battery. And the second, the positive of the main battery must be connected with the positive of the cell. Otherwise you cannot obtain the null point, student. Now student, let's solve some more numerical from the CBSE board examination. Suppose I have a combination like this, student. E1, E2. Here there will be a two-way key, student. Once this combination on at one time, second time this combination on. Same E1 and E2. First balancing line I am getting L1. For this the balancing line I am getting L2, student. Say L1 I am getting 120 centimeter, L2 I am getting 300 centimeters, student. Now one basic here, student. Here negative they are connected together, student. And suppose it is given E1 is greater than E2. So in this case the net EMF balanced is, this is proportional to L1, student. In this negative positive they are connected. The net EMF balance is. Now if you, student, divide these two equations, you will get then, student, you cross multiply it. I am solving it here, student. I got the ratio like this. You cross multiply it. By solving this, student, you will get the ratio. Okay, student. So this is the one numerical which you have. Let's solve some other questions. So student, we have completed the two topics, comparing EMF of the two cell and the internal resistance, and we have also solved some numericals. Thank you, student.